They try to discourage you to try to keep you from doing what you're doing. Okay, so there's so many people that you have been connected with in your life, and what they try to do, they not on the same boat that you're on. You're on one boat. You're on a ship, to be honest, and they on a little paddle boat or whatever. But no, let me reword that. You're on a paddle boat, but you have the power of a ship by yourself, okay? And these people are gathered together, hundreds, thousands, groups, and they're like on a ship, but they have the strength of a paddle boat. Okay, what they do, y'all once were in cahoots together, like y'all had some type of relationship when you first met these people. But then over time, they started to reveal their hand, if you know what I mean. They started showing you their hand, and they started treating you all kinds of different ways because, see, they're, in all actuality, they're being used by the enemy and stuff, and they begin to reveal themselves as an enemy in your life. And what they try to do, they try to make it look like that they got your best interests at heart. But the whole while, excuse me, y'all, but the whole while, they stabbing you in your back, they doing stuff behind your back, in your face, all kinds of stuff. They just doing everything to make it seem like that, to make it seem like to you that whatever you're doing it's not working and stuff like that. They want you to believe that you're not who you say you are, because in reality, they saw you before you ever saw yourself. You understand? They saw what you had with you going on with you before you realized and before your eyes opened up, because all they tried to do was beat you down emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. That's what they do, or whatever. They try to get you to not see what you got going on with you, so they can utilize you as a means to push them up. And the whole while you will never know. So what they doing, they felt like, because they was able to do it in the beginning. Of course you was able to do it in the beginning because the person did not know who they was. They couldn't see who they were. But now it's like you think you can come back. You think you can come back into this person's life that you have been trying to destroy for as long as you've been knowing them. You've been trying to destroy them. So now what you feel like, oh, well, I did it in the past, so I can come in and do it now in the future. Oh, no, baby. It does not work like that, because, see, that person now, they're awakened to who they are. They no longer can you come in and speak down upon them and downplay who they are and destroy their character and speak those word curses. No longer do those things work. You did what you did. God allowed you to do what you was doing, because you, in reality, when that person came into your life, God sent them in your life to help you learn something, and you were being tested. But you didn't see it like that, because somewhere down the line you got intoxicated by that person's presence, by their spiritual presence, okay? You got intoxicated by their gifts. You got intoxicated by the anointing that God placed over that person's life. And you wind up mistreating them and doing them wrong because you became jealous, because somewhere down the line you was unhealed in certain areas of your life. You was unhealed in certain areas of your life, so you just thought, oh, well, I'm getting blessed, blase, 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 that to the point that you siphoning off of that person's anointing, and that's how you was getting blessed. But you got so seduced and intoxicated by that anointing or whatever that you begin to think and believe that it was you that was the blessing and not the other person. And so what happens was the devil stepped in and crept in into your mind by whispering in your ears, and you began to go black, dark, rogue. You began to get evil. You began to get wicked. Is what you began to do. And you started pointing the finger at that person. You blamed everything bad that happened to you at that person. But in reality, you were the reason why those bad things was happening to you, because God sent one of his children, one of his chosen into your life or whatever. You know what you did? You misused, you abused, you mishandled, you mistreated, you rejected, like you did everything to that person as if they deserved it. Oh, wow. While you thought you was breaking that person down, God was building them up. He was lifting them up. You understand? What you thought you was doing, God did the opposite. Okay? God did the opposite. His children are resilient. They can take something. And I mean a lot of something. Or whatever. As for the wicked can't handle nothing. They ready to kill, fight. They ready to do everything wicked that they can. Because they can't take nothing. They can't take nothing. So here they come. They constantly in and out of your life. They constantly watching you. They start out when you cut them off. They come back and they start watching you. But they never say anything. They don't say nothing. Right? No, excuse me. They don't say nothing. They silent. They silently watching you, and they steady sending people in your life. They'll even brainwash your loved ones. They might not be your close loved ones, but they'll brainwash your loved ones and have your loved ones on their side. And what they'll do, they'll use that loved one, because that loved one might be foolish, might be out there in that world thinking, they start, they think the worst. Your loved ones start to think the worst about you because their life is going like hell or whatever. But really, it's the same thing that's going on with that loved one that's going on with them people that you used to be close to or whatever. And somewhere down the line, they trying to break you down, knock you down, because they was always able to do it in the past. Now they want to come back. Now that you done healed, they want to come back and destroy you again. But see, it ain't gonna happen like that this time, because see, God has already uplifted and lifted up his children. God has already strengthened. God has already healed. God have already reconditioned and repurposed and renewed and restored that person. So when they see you or you talk a certain way, they still think you on the old type of time. They think you still on that old type of time that you used to be on when you dealt with them. They don't see that you on a new type of time. You understand? So they feel like they can come in, oh yeah, I got him. No, you don't and you won't. And then I want to tell you, in this season, why y'all still playing? Why you thinking you can go back and do the same things you used to do presently? God is going to take you out one way or the other. He's going to take you out because, see, you should know to leave well enough alone. And then y'all do all this witchcraft and this wicked shit and claim that you love God. I love God. No, you don't. Because my God, the Most High God, Yahuwah, Jehovah, God, the Most High, and Satan, the ruler of the darkness of this world, it's two different people. My God is a God. He's the one and only. There will be no other God but him. You will have no other gods before him because he's the only God. But the God you serve is a fallen angel in the earth. So, rid of me that. I didn't even, a notification comment came across my screen. And when I went to tap it, it did not open up. Then I got that spiritual download. Let me get up here and speak this. let me speak this message. Because, see, y'all time is short. Especially wicked people, your time is short. Just like the devil. The devil's time is short, okay? And to be honest, the battle is already won. God is already victorious. So how? Because we sit down here in time, y'all thinking, oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. We gonna win. Because see, the God placed y'all in a strong delusion to believe a lie because y'all let the devil whisper all them lies in y'all ears. So y'all are really delusional to think and to believe in what Satan told you. And he got y'all so brainwashed to believe that y'all are holy, but y'all are unholy. And I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm going to leave it right here. I'm going to leave it right here. I ain't going to stay up here because I don't want to give up too much of my time. For too much time, y'all will start trying to siphon energy and shit. And I ain't got nothing to give you. I ain't got none. I ain't got no anointing to release to you to waste. To waste it. So it's just like siphoning concrete out of a brick. Ain't no concrete in a brick. It ain't nothing to get. Grand Rising.